And we're back.
Since Lee Silver's from Brooklyn and we did New Jersey last time, let's take a look at a podcast from New York City. Where are we, Barbara?
Times Square. May 25th. No, May 24th.
That's right. Because why?
Because
we couldn't get in the Javits Center. Since we couldn't go where we wanted to go, and we'd been to New York area a couple times doing all the touristy things that people do.
So since one of my favorite places, Tavern on the Green, had been recently closed, we decided to treat ourselves to another one of my favorite things, a ride in the carriage through Central City.
Actually, we're going faster in here than we were in the car. Oh, look behind us. Cars. Oh, how cute you are. Smile.
Park is 143 acres, 51 blocks long, 5.5 miles around. While here, this park used to be in the swamp and in a sheep farm way back to 60 and something. That's where the park, and that's when it started to be in the park in 1853. Before, there was a living a three kind of family with German, Irish, German. They drain the water from the swamp, but plant the trees, and now it's worth billions dollars on the land of Central Park.
How do you like this?
It's always been a dream. So tell me, Gordon, what's your favorite theme song?
I have to say Welcome Back, Kotter sticks in my head. Of course, there's a lot of great television theme songs that go on and on. One of the people that we're going to show on this show right now, in fact, George Clayton Johnson, was a writer for the legendary Twilight Zone show and the original Twilight Zones. We have a great interview with him on L&L magazine. We're going to show you a little piece of it right now. But of course, just those few notes, and that was it. You knew that Twilight Zone was on and you were going to be scared.
You forgot to mention George Clayton Johnson wrote Ocean's 11 and Logan's Run.
Yes, those great stories, as well as my favorite Twilight Zone, Kick the Can. Here's a piece of his message in a bottle.
Here's the point. You're either with this thought or you're not. The universe is a magical place. Everything about it, if you look at it closely, is magical. Water is magical. It's made out of two odorless, colorless gases, and it's wet. Where did it get that? It's magical. Same thing with light. Light is magical. They try to describe the photon. Oh, they're silly. They don't understand this. They even probably got bad nomenclature in there because of this elusive quality. What? It emits from the sun. It travels to us in a direct line, but it travels to everything else in a direct line, too. And so how could that be? We're all not in the same place because it's everywhere. And what can we compare it to? It's magical. Green things growing are magical. Out of the goddamn earth, you get a peach. How could you get this pure, beautiful thing out of the dirt? Your mind boggles at it. Everything about the world is magical. The sky is blue, and kids ask, why is it blue? Well, that's the color of oxygen. Well, why is oxygen that color? Well, and then we get lost, and we don't know. We don't know. Why is chlorophyll green? Why is that so restful to our eyes? You know, that green somehow doesn't pierce us in the same way that blue does or red. So why? All of it is magical. Substance is magical. Rocks holding together, little pieces of sand, somehow they're all got sticky somehow, and they're stuck together, and you can't cleave it apart. That's magical. See, so I look at everything, and it's magic, and I don't really try to understand it. I realize I really am living in a dream, which is a composite part of a lot of people's dreams. God, Mr. Edison, with his idea that he could create illumination, how could he do that? What a mystery. What a mystery life is. We use this word God. Are we talking about life itself? Are we talking about an awareness that's universal and goes out to into the cosmos because it's all one designed thing? God, I'll bet that the whole multiplicity of cosmos is that, you know, they talk about this thing about they take a photograph of the night sky filled with stars. Then they search around, they try to find a place in between those stars where there's darkness. Then they focus on that, and then they photograph that through this telescope. And then there's a full night sky again. And then they focus in on a little dark spot and a night sky beyond that. And you get a feeling that in itself, that is impossible. So anyway, back to awareness itself, consciousness. To be aware that you are aware. There's very few people really experience that as a sudden realization that comes over them as realization. So suddenly it becomes real. There's a lot of things I accept consciously. I never look at them very closely, but one day I will look at them closely, or I potentially can look at them closely. And my God, I see them. For the first time, I look at my fingers and I see my fingers. You know, how many times have I looked at them and not seen them? But now I suddenly see them. And what does that mean, really? What's going on synaptically inside the brain? He who hesitates is lost. But look before you leap. Too many cooks spoil the broth, but many hands make light labor. The fact is that we all live in separate worlds. We share planet Earth and the situation, the condition of it. But each person is an island, and when John Donne said no man is an island, that they're all part of the man, he's mistaken. And if we live in our own world, we also will go to our own heaven. That there's enough space out there to make 1,000 slices through the apple, and you still are cutting fresh apple. We say there's no such thing as a double negative. Here's one. Yeah, sure.
I can't. We're playing. Hey, mister.
Everybody gets older.
Maybe there are people who stay young. Maybe they know a secret that they keep from the rest of us.
Charles.
Maybe the fountain of youth isn't a fountain at all. Maybe it's a way of looking at things.
What's your favorite?
Oh, I have two favorites. Is that possible?
Yeah.
I love Cheers.
Okay, you like the whole show and the theme?
Yeah, I love the theme song, and I love Hill Street Blues. It's another one that sticks with me, but there's so many of them, you know.
What's your favorite TV show?
Oh, wow. I still have to admit that my therapy is Seinfeld. I watch those reruns over and over again. I could shut the dialogue off and just read it. I'm such a big fan of Seinfeld. As you know, I'm talking about a comedy, of course.
Right, right. And another one I know you have on tape, Barney Miller.
Oh, wow, you're really digging deep. Did you know that actually in Laguna Woods, one of the stars of Barney Miller, Gregory Sierra, lives right here in Laguna Woods?
No, that's good. Maybe we
Better
can get...
known as Chano on Barney Miller. We should have him in someday. Since we're on the subject, can we talk? I really miss Joan Rivers and Robin Williams. What a great loss of some fabulous talent.
Just maybe take a moment to remember all the laughs we got from those two, especially.
That's what I'm going to remember. Just the laughs.
Okay.
Leave them laughing. That does it for this show. And until next time,
Here's looking at you.